I've got great news for the Ripple XRP RLUSD ecosystem. We've also got to talk price action because there's another sale, but why is that sale happening? Hint, hint, Jackson Hole. We've got some sniping action. We'll talk price action along with anti-CBDC action. Happy Friday, crypto fans.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Whoa, does this not look hot up on the screen? Why? Well, it's got to deal with this man right here. And all he's doing is talking today. For real. Because this guy is talking, you're seeing this dipperoni on the screen, this redaroni on the screen, and right now Kyle Raleigh is leading the home runs, you jabroni. But right behind him is Schwarber and Ohtani with 45 and 44 respectively. Now, before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. Your comments come first. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Andrew Butcher's hanging out with us, dropping some support. Thank you, Andrew. He says, nice work, Klaus. Well, I appreciate it. I love bringing you news, whether it's good, bad, happy, or sad. We got Ripple ecosystem news. We got anti-CBDC Twinkie action coming up. Whoa, bro, you're talking Twinkies? Yeah, I'm talking Twinkies, and we're going to stuff the Twinkie up the beehole. A little green bike says, bro, you just couldn't go on vacation, could you? Oh, I am. In less than 2 months, I'm going on vacation. Interesting. I'm also taking my daughter to the airport today. Doing dad stuff. I've got multiple talents. Not only am I a bumbling boob on YouTube, I'm also a dad. Trick hanging out with us. Thank you, channel member. Thank you, Trick, too. 50K on the way. That's right. Hit that subscribe button so you can be part of 50K subs. Mantwerp dropping euros on the channel. That's right. Name like Klaus, you know, from Deutschlandish. A little bit of heritage that right there. Some sweets for your doggies. I got one of them laying with me on the floor. She's sleeping, though. She's getting older. She's sleeping. All right, what's going on with the heat map? Ooh, hope you got your dry powder. August, I gave you the warning. I said it's a vacuum month. Why is it a vacuum month? Because this douche baggeroni right here is talking, the market's red. The market's red because it's pricing in another pause. This is what happens when you have a vacuum month. I talked about this on August 6th. We'll get into it more. Price action, ball suckage. Why? Because of this ass suckage. But first, let's talk good news uckage. Ripple introduced RLUSD stablecoin in Japan with SBI VC trade in 2026. And no, VC is not Viet Cong, venture capital. All right, so what's happening here? Ripple has announced that it's bringing its highly regulated RLUSD stablecoin to the Japanese market in partnership with SBI VC. Here's the announcement right here. It's all linked in the description below. Essentially, a little RLUSD expansion. The market cap has grown to 666 million. Whoa, a little creepy right there. That's good, right? Well, the bad news is that 87% of RLUSD is on ETH. 12.8% is on XRPL. So, obviously, it benefits the ETH ecosystem proportionately more. Okay. But for the Ripple ecosystem, it's good. RLUSD, right? For Ripple private shareholders, this is good. Okay, this is ecosystem news. This is good. You want good news, no matter how peripheral it is. You want it. Is there going to be some gas action with XRP? Yeah. Is there going to be some bro settlement action? Yeah. Is it going to be more heavily favored to ETH by a 5, 6, 7 to 1, like a 6, 7 to 1 fashion? Yes. But that's just the news. Good, bad, happy, or sad, I bring it to you. Right now, 580 million RLUSD is on ETH. XRP, or on XRPL, 85 million. Bringing you the news. Now, got a little bit of weirdness going on. Some shadiness. Some insider wrong. And I want you to think of how gross this is. Easy meme coin sniped by the same wallet as Trump and Libra on chain. And else just... CoffeeZilla did a thing a while ago about like insiders with the Trump Melania meme coins and stuff like that. And it was a report about how some of like the same people, the same wallet addresses are getting in on this action. And we're seeing very similar things with this. Listen to this. Research by blockchain analytics from Bubble Maps has revealed that at least one of the investors who previously sniped the Trump and Libra token launches was also among the early snipers of Yee's Easy meme coin, which officially launched on Solana. So we're seeing the same name. So whether they're political, whether they're celebrity, whether they're meme launchpad stuff, we're seeing the same insiders get in on this stuff. So there's a lot of grossness going on with the launch of this meme action, with this grift stuff right here. So just giving everyone a fair warning that, like, yo, insiders have the track. And I'm not telling people what to do, but when you're seeing the same names, whether they're be sniping, whether they're being pre-launch, family, cluster wallets, part of the top 20s, like stuff like that, just be careful out there. It's all the same name screwing you over. All right, let's get to the Twinkie. Anti-CBDC bill was stuffed in the defense bill. I want you to think of a Twinkie, okay? And you know how the Twinkie's got the white stuff inside and then it's got the yellow stuff around it? The anti-CBDC bill is the white stuff, okay? The defense bill is the yellow stuff around it. I want you now to try to eat that Twinkie by just eating the yellow stuff, but don't eat any of the white stuff. And you're going to think about it, and you're going to be like, okay, and you take a little bite, and you take a little nibble. But then you take a little bit more of a nibble, and you're like, oh, shit, I ate a little bit of the white stuff. Yeah, that's what happened here, okay? Senate people, okay? Sorry. House Republicans, my bad on this one. House Republicans took the CBDC stuff, the anti-CBDC stuff, inserted it into the defense spending bill. So what happens is they basically forced it in there and said, look, if you're going to take a bite, you're going to have to eat some of this. Yeah, that's pretty clever, isn't it? Because you got to pass the military spending stuff. So by passing the military spending stuff, you get to throw extra stuff in there. Kind of a little tricky thing, a little bit of porkeroni in a way. Yeah. A little tricky. Attaching our anti-CBDC surveillance act into the NDAA will ensure unelected bureaucrats never allowed to trade any Americans' financial privacy for a CCP-style surveillance tool, GOP whip Tom Emmer said last month, referring to the bill. House Republicans have added a provision banning central bank digital currencies into a 1,300-page bill. You think they read that bill? Hell no, they don't. Okay, let's keep learning. Will XRP price rally on Gemini XRP MasterCard launch? Who the fuck wrote this stupid article? Will price rally on a Gemini XRP MasterCard? Some people should just be fired. Okay, Bitcoin traders position for Jackson Hole. What Powell's big speech could mean for crypto for real. A lot of what's going on today is just them getting ready for him being hawkish, because he's going to be very hawkish. He's still got another CPI data report comes out right before the FOMC meeting that comes out next month. So we've got more unemployment stuff coming out before then. So we've got a few big things coming up data-wise for Jerome Powell. And you know what he's going to say later today? We're going to wait and see what happens with the data. We can leave our rates higher for longer. He's going to say all sorts of hawkish shit like that. So the market pricing it in. Plain and simple. He said for a while now that he could leave rates higher for longer. It's just the market digesting this action. I mean, honestly, 279 for XRP is not bad. 112,000 for BTC is not bad. 4,200 for ETH ain't bad at all. Is it the peaks that we've had recently? No. But yo, we still got Regaroni talk. We still got rate cuts coming up. We still got ETFs coming up. And they even said, look, we're going to have juicier action in September. Now, what's going to happen to the rest of the market? Well, altcoin season still perfectly holding well. Some of our favorites down more so to BTC and ETH, right? Though they're still holding it fairly well. Outflows, okay. ETH had an inflow, BTC an outflow, so the ETH thing is still holding strong here as of late. Last couple weeks have been ETH dominant. XRP price doesn't look so hot here for the last 7 days, down 10%. But 10% volatility in 7 days is nothing for crypto. We used to do down 10% in like a couple hours in crypto. And like that would be on like no news. We would just have a flash crash for no reason. Now we at least know that the market is starting to price in this douchebag talking and this douchebag pausing for another month. So this is a much stronger market and a much more, how do I put this, mature market, because it's reacting to news much more. It makes sense. It's not just random bullshit. This all makes sense. Now, volume-wise, we're at 5.36 billion. I expect this weekend to be between 2.5 to 3.5 by the time we hit to Sunday for volume. Now, if he's really, really hawkish, like talking about maybe not cutting at all this year, like we don't need to shift at all in terms of policy, he could push this into like a 260 number. So, dry powder ready. August was what, everyone? August was a total vacuum month. It was a trap month. We talked about this. There was no big guidance this month. Jerome, we know, will love to stick it to Trump. We know he would love to pause for the longest time ever. ETFs weren't going to happen this month. Regs aren't going to happen this month because them effers are on vacation. So yeah, trap month action. Taco Bell. So even when there isn't an FOMC meeting, the power this one man has, Jerome Powell, can just wreck the markets. Wow, what a great thing. So much fun to have one guy from Los Estados Unidos be able to just jack the markets off the way he is, or has, or is able to. It's frustrating. One person can do this. And the thing is, it's not just like him talking. It's his economic policy sets the tone, and not only sets the tone, but other countries out there mimic exactly what the United States does. There are a whole bunch of other countries out there that as soon as Jerome Powell announces something, that's exactly what they do. They follow the policy of the U.S. to the T. So, U.S. cuts, they cut. U.S. pauses, they pause. So, their citizens suffer as well with high rates because the high rates affect your auto loans, home equity lines of credit, business expansion loans, your credit cards, all that stuff is tied to those Fed rates. National debt action, all your base rates, like, yeah, everything. And the people get screwed. And the people that are living check to check get screwed even more because they need those loans to get by and they get bent over. The rich that have the cash to pay for everything or to be able to absorb a quarter point here or there, they don't care. They've got the cash to absorb that inflationary bump. So again, the bigs don't get hurt. Lower to middle class get screwed. Jerome Powell screws the crypto market. If you got dry powder, this is a good time for you because you could bring some of your averages down, especially if you chase some of those highs here as of late. I've got some dad stuff to do today. Daughter and I completely tiled the bathroom floor for the kids' bathroom. I guess it's a sign my kids are going to be living with us for a while. It could be worse. It could be worse. No, my kids are cool. I can't complain. So yeah, I got some dad stuff to do today. I'm going to also be bringing you the news. Let's see what happens with Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole. A-hole, right? Choo-choo what? You know what we're going to do, right? You know what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to do it, baby. We're going to do it, baby. We're going to do it because it's Friday. Choo-choo what? Yeah, choo-choo bitches.